Welcome back, Hot Wheel collectors. Today's a special day. I just got my parcel from Dreadnok320. A lot of you longtime collectors and YouTubers will remember Dreadnok. He had an amazing channel. Well, he still has it. Check it out, Dreadnok320. Vintage Hot Wheels was his specialty. Vintage Matchbox, Johnny Lightning. Really cool stuff. Extremely cool guy. Really into automotive stuff. And somebody, even though he hasn't made a video in about a year, I've kept contact with this man, and he's just a really cool guy to talk to. Really into the hobby and knows his stuff. Knows all about cars. And anyways, I don't normally do RAOKs and trades and stuff, but this is a true RAOK here, Random Act of Kindness. It's the second one we've done in the 2 or 3 years that we've been talking about doing stuff like this. I've known him for even longer, but this is really special because he's really a thoughtful guy, and I know there's going to be a lot of good stuff in this parcel, that things I've been looking for, and he actually watches my videos and picks out stuff. He is going to be making a comeback. We've been talking, and he just needs to get himself a new camera, and he's going to be back in action making some videos. But anyways, I've gone ahead and I've just cut open this box here. We're going to open it up. I see a note right off the bat. Oh dog, I hope this box finds you well. I tried to put cars I thought you may need. I hope I did you right. Thank you again. And let me know if there's anything else you need. Your friend, Dreadnok. Thanks, buddy, man. I really appreciate that. I'm going to get into this box right now. Open it up. Apologize for the background noise. There's a lot of construction going on in my neighborhood. They're rebuilding a road, so you might hear some tractor beeping and whatnot. No, you didn't. He sent me way more than you should have sent me, buddy. Wow. Again, we're going to zoom in on all this stuff. Well, he knew I was after one of these. I have one right now, and I even told him, but mine isn't in nearly as good a condition as this one. This is a really hard piece to find. On the brand new rotator, we've got the Mega Destroyer. It was released 1982 as part of the Mega Force collection, a very limited series of cars based on the movie Mega Force. Next out of the box, I can see it already. An awesome Crackups 2-pack exclusive. These cars were released 1985, 86, and 1987. You can see it's got the Crackup right there. Boom. This was from a 2-pack exclusive. It was not sold individually. This one was called the Basher 2. That was its actual official name as part of the packaging. These cars did come with multiple names, including Side Basher, released in 1985. Next out of the box, let's just take one at random. I'm not even going to look. Here it is. This is the one car I requested from him specifically just before he sent me this box. This is a very rare, extremely rare, 1977 release, Monte Carlo Stalker, black wall, in deep yellow. And I've got my lemon yellow one out because I knew he was sending me this car. It's actually in just as nice a condition as the one I already had. It's not mint, but that's okay. These cars are so rare, and these lemon yellow ones are pretty easy to come by. It was released a year prior in redline version, exactly the same otherwise, but with red lines. This one is a dark yellow variation, and as you can see, there is a yellow lemon variation in the same. The red line versions of these variations are easier to come by than the black wall variations. Next out of the box, what have we got? Oh my goodness, a Revealers. I just did a video on my Revealers, and I was missing quite a few. These were released in 1990 through 1992, and well, check out my other videos on Revealers if you want to know all about them. I don't want to spend too much time on any one car because this box is heavy. It's got a lot of cars in it, so we're going to get through these. We'll get that one on the turntable as well. Really funky looking paint style and wheels. So 90s and so reminiscent of my youth. Brings back so many memories, and awesome to be able to add that one to my Revealers collection, because that's a collection I'm really trying to build up right now. It's actually a Porsche 930. Here we have both examples of the ones I now presently own. Thank you to Dreadnok. The green one is the new edition, and the blue one is the one I already had. Again, based on a Porsche 930 released in 1992 from the Revealers selection of cars, which featured dissolvable packaging. Next out of the box, paper towel. It's good at packing stuff. Nice. Another Revealers. This is the Lamborghini Countach. This one's got the gold coins all over it. The neon green wheels. Another Revealers car I was definitely missing. I do not have this one. And it's so cool to be able to add it. These are all metal. Very heavy and they roll minty. I think he must have just dissolved these out of the package before sending them to me. You can let me know, buddy. This is the only Lamborghini Countach I currently own from the Revealers selection. So it is awesome to be able to add it to my collection. It makes me wonder, are the Lamborghini Countaches harder to find? Why don't I have any other ones? Extremely happy to add the first one to my collection. I will be looking for more. No way! Now this car holds special, it's dearer to my heart. This is a early 90s Nissan 300ZX, and he knows I have a 1984 Nissan 300ZX. That's one of my summer daily drivers up here in frigid Canada. Well, it's not frigid today. Amazing for September 23rd, but it's like 25 degrees today. So that's why this video is outside, but this is an amazing casting. It's got the $1,000 American bill right on the hood. We'll get that one under the scrutiny of the turntable. Look at the doors open. One of the very few Hot Wheels to feature opening doors. And these cars I know roll super nice. Now looking at the Nissan 300ZX from the Revealers collection. I had the purple one already, and now I have a yellow one. Pretty sure there's a black one out there somewhere, so I'm going to have to add that one to my collection soon. Nice. Custom Corvette. That's what Hot Wheels calls this. Another amazing Revealer to add to my collection. And these cars are hard to come by. You can find Revealers, but certain cars you won't find very easily. You have to look for a long time. And this is a C4 Corvette. This is a designation, the C, for model years and various body changes of the Corvette throughout the years. As we all know, Corvettes have been released for many decades. But this one is what is called the C4 Corvette. Hot Wheels calls it the Custom Corvette. Next out of the box, we've got the Air CX4. This was the one I was missing, I do believe. Opening rear spoiler that covers the engine bay. Neon pink wheels. Super cool. Now we take a look at the Air CX4 from the Revealers collection, 1992, in neon yellow. Thank you from Dreadnok. The white one and the blue one were the ones I actually owned already. But here I now have a complete series of Air CX4s from Revealers. Isn't that awesome? Let's go digging. Plastic. Oh. This is one that I asked him if he had an extra of probably a year ago, or near a year ago. Maybe it was 8 months ago. I don't know. This is a very, very hard to come by super scraper, also known as Henry's Hauling Real Rider. This is no cheap piece either. This truck came out with white Real Riders or basic wheels, and most notably it had either toolboxes in the back, which this one does not. The toolboxes were actually cast into the back of this truck, and they're not in this one. You'd normally see in the corner, the rear corners, both sides, you'd see a little black die cast toolbox. This vehicle, I had this one carded mint, but I couldn't bear to open it, and he knew I couldn't bear to open it because he understands when you have old 1983, I think, for this one, and in mint package, unpunched on the blister, you don't generally want to open those because of the nostalgia value more than anything else. For me anyways, I don't really collect Hot Wheels for the value, I collect them for the nostalgia. I'm just a pure collector. But he knew, he told me way back then that he was going to send me this vehicle as part of this parcel. This has been like a while in the coming. He's really put this together for me. And this is amazing that you sent this to me. This is awesome, buddy. I'm so thankful that I don't have to open my blister fresh one. While I did own a super scraper, as it turns out, without toolboxes, as mentioned before in the rear, look at how cruddy mine is. It is missing the plow and everything. It's got no light bar, all chipped up. Barely got any tampos left on it. I did end up having one mint on the package, but this now allows me to add a mint loose super scraper or Henry's hauler to my Blackwall collection from 1983. Thank you again. I could not have opened my other one, and it pains me not to have it in my open loose collection. So this is just amazing to be able to add this one to my collection. What an awesome vehicle. Real riders are the best. No way. This is an international release. Hot Wheels Fiat Ritmo. R-I-T-M-O. Ritmo. Probably France, I think. It is. It's a France-released Fiat Ritmo. It says Abarth 2000 on the sides. Super cool little mid-80s car. Can you hear the Canada geese? They're in Canada. This is just awesome, and the thing's minty. Get out of here. That's a bee. He's back. Better not sting me. Wouldn't that be funny on camera, though? Let's get that thing on the turntable. Not exactly sure which year yet, but it was a probably mid to late 1980s car. And just look at the details on it. It looks like a real-life shrunken version of a real-life Fiat. Not a car you're going to see in North America, that's for sure. No way. I didn't think you had two of these to send. I hope you didn't send your only one. Had I known, there's that bee. He's coming back to bite me. Anyways, had I known, I would have dug out my other Vetty Funny. That's what this is called. Based on a Corvette funny car. Vetty Funny is kind of a play on words by Hot Wheels back in the early 90s. They made this car. And it's got the baby blue tampos on the sides. Normally these cars came with dark blue tampos on the sides and the pinstriping around the pink flames. This is a very rare variant of the Vetty Funny because almost all of them have dark blue. So here, as if, hold on, I gotta bring that car back. As if, it's like he read my mind or something. He sent me both cars and he knew I had one already. Wow, I've got both of them now in mint condition, and we have a perfect example right here on video, live opening. We've got the light tampo car, the rare one, and the dark tampo one that I already had. But here they are both, like, thank you. Now we're looking at these two Vetty Funnies and get to appreciate side by side with the lifting action body. You can see the car that has the body lifted is the dark blue tampo variation, and the other one is the light blue. Quite a noticeable difference when you see the cars side by side like this. Just love these California customs. Digging into the box again. We got 4 cars left. This is going to be a Johnny Lightning, probably a Tahoe, Chevy Tahoe. Nice job packing these things, by the way. And he sent them all express delivery. These things arrived days after he was telling me he was going to send this stuff. He didn't skimp on shipping either, which is nice. It's, you know, it costs a few dollars extra to send something quick. You might as well. This is awesome. I do not have this vehicle. It is a 1997 Chevy Tahoe. I don't know how to pronounce that. Mesquite, please. Mesquite. I don't know. The light bar on it is so detailed, and the push bars. You need to see this thing on the turntable to fully appreciate what I'm seeing. And now you get to take a closer look at this 1997 Tahoe. Check out those real looking wheels and all the details on the front of this thing. The light bar and the tail lights. Really cool looking. Looks like a miniature little version of the real thing. Let's see what else we got here. We got 3 cars left. Nice. This is a good old Matchbox here. She ain't mint, but she's pretty. This is one I actually picked up as a kid. I have this one. And the memories it brings back just pulling this out of the package, it's cool. I bought this car. I remember I was about 12 years old. I was at a Canadian Tire local store here in Ontario, Canada. And I remember I was with my sister and my mom, and I bought this car along with the taxi version. It had a little yellow one with a little white taxi sign on it. It's got suspension. It's so cool. Brings back a lot of memories, and thank you for the thought. I know he was looking out for me for, I told him I was looking at for Matchbox LTDs. That's what this is, a Ford LTD, probably about a 1989 or 90. Probably released a little bit later than that for Matchbox. Doesn't really say. It says 1987 is the copyright, so the first ones were released in 87. But super cool. We'll get that on the display now. Sent me 2. Sent me 2 of this car. Unless there's some sort of variation that I'm not aware of here. I don't see any variation right off the top. And here's 2 Ford LTDs to add to my giant police collection. I don't have too many of these Matchbox cars though, and I always love getting extras, so this is great to have 2 more. And the chips only add character in my opinion. They tell a story. Here was the original Ford LTD police car that I picked up back when I was a child. As you can see, I always took care of my toys. I did play with them, but I always took really good care of them. And somehow this one survived with only 1 small flea bite of a chip. And like I said, at the same time I bought that police car, I bought this taxi. Really cool. These are hard to come by. A lot of people have picked these things up, I've noticed. And you can see why. Just a really good looking taxi. This one I do not have. Another 1987 Ford LTD. This one is Ridge, New York Police. He knew I was trying to complete my collection because I do have a lot of these cars and I don't have this one. This is amazing. His collection of these cars is wicked though. He's got every single one I think, or just about. And new to my collection is this Ridge, New York police car. So happy to have a new addition for my LTD collection. Oh, we got a surprise last car. State Police SP16. Beauty. Metallic blue. Full suspension. 1987. Check out the metallic blue paint sparkling under the sun on this Ford LTD State Police car. These are really cool, and also one of the harder LTDs to find in the Matchbox series. We'll just confirm that the box is now empty and that there's no more hidden notes. That's it. But that was way more than I was expecting. Thank you so much, my friend, and I have something coming your way. Peace.